everyone, I'm Rex and welcome back to another Train Simul 6 video. Today I'm on the Trent Valley line and we're going to be driving a Class 390 Pendolino to Milton Keynes as part of the service 1 Romeo 23 Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's get the safeties on. AWS fuse, DSD, vigilance, AWS, lovely. Put the DRA in. Open up the doors on the left hand side, lovely. Just acknowledging TAS. There we go. Put that into neutral now. We have been registered as 1 Romeo 23. I'll turn this off so you can hear me. And we are in a 9-car Pendolino, so we are 390009. We're first class facing towards London Euston, that's fantastic. And we're going to leap down to Milton Keynes Central. So, let's get the doors locked. Take the DRA off, put the reverser into neutral, bring the brake down to brake 1. And off we go. Let's put our camera angles up as we're leaving. We can go a little bit faster than this, so I'll put in some power 3.
For your safety and comfort, this station operates no smoking policy.
So we are starting from here, which is Rugby. And we have to go all the way down to here, which is Milton Keynes Central. And now that we've left Rugby, we can build up some speed. So go through this section here. We're up to 125 miles per hour in speed for this line. So we'll be climbing that up very, very gently. I don't know if we'll actually be reduced to any speed along the way. Obviously, can't put on any power now because we're going through a neutral section. Not sure how long this neutral section actually will last for. Just looking out for the signs that say that the neutral section has ended. I haven't seen it just yet. If I'm being honest, I'd imagine we're out of it by now. Nope, limited clearance down there. I've not noticed an end to that, unless I've just completely missed it. Oh no, there it is. Right, wait until all the train is through this section. There we go, and we can now take power. Marvellous. .350-4 there. Could tell by the sound of the motors going past the Pendolino. Much better sounding than the other 350 variants, which is it's really good, that. Oh, now I see we will be reduced to 110 on this line, but it's fine. It's one of those things that will happen. We might get back up to 125 though. Yes, we will after this tunnel segment. Just looking out for any more neutral sections, if I'm being completely honest, because we don't want to be going through at full power in them. You know, we've had the Pendolino and Train Sim World for quite a while now, since Train Sim 5, so I would say this train has it's aged well on Train Sim World. Virgin Trains Pendolino livery there. Marvellous. I must admit, the liveries from Creators Club are starting to load up a lot better now. Since this patch that they brought out, I think was it yesterday or the day before? I can't keep track on when that patch was, but ever since then, the liveries, including my own creations, they're loading up a lot faster than what they used to, and I'm happy with that. You know, these optimizations that they're making to the game, making things a lot more easier than it used to be. But anyways, let's have a nice look outside, shall we? Absolutely loving the drive. So let's have a look through our train, shall we? See if we've got many people on board. Not really. Maybe in the standard class? No. Not in these carriages anyways. I'm going to look through the entire train anyways to see if we did actually pick up some passengers. But I'm afraid to say it's looking like a no. Yeah, we are completely empty. For such a busy train, at such a busy time in the morning from Manchester down to Euston, we're pretty empty. Oh, hang on. We've got a temporary speed restriction of 75 miles per hour coming up. So obviously we would have had a warning for that. That's probably what that was. Obviously the faster the train, the more further apart they have to put them, those warnings, to where it actually is. So we've got plenty of time to actually slow down to the 75. So I'm just going to start doing that now with some brake 2. Oh, that was 2 there. Oh, that's interesting. There it is. That was 2 there. I wonder why it gave me 2. Obviously, you saw the Dalek there. which is interesting. That should not be giving me a clear signal. That should at least be giving me a cautionary signal. Unless it's because I was slowing down, perhaps. Because obviously, when drivers, they drive trains in real life, they would know about the about the track speed limits, and if there's any temporaries about, they would be told. They'll probably also get a notification on their GSMR radio as well. If not, then it's probably like a briefing prior to getting on board the train. So looking for the T now, which indicates the end of the section. It is a long section, I must admit. Oh, there it is. Right next to an access point. That's really good. Easier for the track workers who will be coming down here and testing the rail temperature and probably doing a few things like measured shovel packing or maybe some sleeper replacement. For a temporary speed restriction like that though, it'll probably be minimal work. Or it'll be in place because of the heat. You know, an area that they think, oh yeah, this is where the rail might buckle. You know, if it's experiencing higher speeds than this speed limit that we're putting in. There's obviously the other one for the adjacent track. So it's not just this line that's got that there, it's that one as well. So that's always interesting to look out for. And there's another double green there. I wonder if they've accidentally put in two AWS magnets, perhaps. And it's just reading it as, oh, two clear signals, perhaps. It doesn't normally happen, if I'm being completely honest. Not unless you're going really fast through, what was it, Hemel Hempstead on West Coast Mainline South, where it can sometimes give you two greens on the slow lines, whereas on the fast line it gives you a warning and then a green, which is quite interesting. Yeah, that temporary speed restriction's only probably set us back about 1 or 2 minutes, so nothing to really worry about on that one. Obviously we've got greens all the way. This is interesting. I wonder if they've had to put this in due to a recent landslip on the real life route, obviously. Because obviously landslips, they can happen on the railway. And they're not very pleasant either. Tell you one thing though, I was so waiting to blast a Pendolino on this route. So I'm glad that I've got Trent Valley now, because I can do this. And when Crewe to Preston comes out, because that's coming out soon, another Pendolino, Rex Railways this time. When Crewe to Preston comes out, we'll be able to go all the way up to Carlisle. I'm sure many of us will be up for that. I know I will be. We'll also try and do a stream on it as well, where for routes that set in the 80s, I'll probably put in like a scenario that I run. Kind of runs on the same basis, you know. And for all the other routes, like this one that are set in the present modern time, we'll just run a service that goes up to Glasgow Central, really. You know? We'll see, we'll see. Now, I know some people might think that Trent Valley gets boring, but that's been about 3 Pendolinos and a 350 that I've already seen. I don't know if we saw an Avero either. Did we see one? Either that or it was 2 Pendolinos and an Avero, perhaps. It might have been, yeah. But there's plenty of variety on this route. Just got to look in the right place. And there's another Pendolino. The West Coast Main Line is always busy by the looks of things. And it's nice to see that. It really is. Obviously, this is a section where it's 2 tracks. So 350s will probably be a lot less common, and Pendos and Avanti Averos will be a lot more common, I would say. And we are now joining up with the Northampton Loop. Oh, and that was a 350 going off to Northampton there. Nice. This is now where we extend to 4 lines. Oh, absolutely loving this route. If you've got Trent Valley Line, let me know what your favourite part of this route is. Is it driving the Pendolinos? Do you like your Avero services? Are you happy with your 350 stoppers and semi-fasts? Or are you in for the good vibes and the 108 miles of just pure straight through running? Let me know. Covering these miles quickly. 9 miles away. They are clocking down really fast. I reckon we're still going to get to Milton Keynes on time, but we also have to bring in the fact of we need to stop too, which does actually take a bit of time when you're doing so as well. Also, if you've not checked out Hemi's Farm train spotting location, give that a look, because that's a lovely location to do some in-game virtual train spotting. In fact, I should have a shot on this going out very shortly. If not, it's already gone out, because it's a good one, that one. Plenty of catch pits over there where the track drainage is going. 7 miles, just under. Got some cows in the field over there. They're just like your normal static cows, you know, that they don't move around or anything. But I'm fine with that. So I think our maximum AP might be around about 9,000, perhaps, or maybe just below. So we'll see how that goes, because we're gaining plus 65 per time. Obviously we will be dashing through Wolverton, where I shall grab ourselves a lovely picture for today's video. And if you've done the full length of the Milton Keynes to Crewe in a Pendolino, let me know what was the most enjoyable part. Was it blasting through Lichfield Trent Valley where Birmingham Cross City connects up? Because obviously we've got that as a nice little Easter egg there. And if you do look up where the Birmingham Cross City platforms are, you will see some 323s that return to Redditch, I think it is. So it's worth having a look there if you haven't already. I get some glorious tilt round here. And we'll get it around about here. So let's get the Pendo on some tilt next to the Wolverton sign. That's the one we want. And job's a good one. Alright, let's start slowing down. Obviously we're not too far away from Milton Keynes Central now. We don't want to slow down too early, but we also don't want to be late. There's an Avanti going by. That's the 807. Let's carry for a little bit. As we now connect up with West Coast Main Line South. In a way. Obviously, to go the rest of the way to London Euston, you need West Coast Main Line South. And no, they do not connect up together. This route's long enough already. But you do have route hopping. So we're about a minute and a half late coming into Milton Keynes Central. That's not a bad thing. You know, could be better, but oh well. It is what it is, isn't it? I have noticed one thing that I don't notice about the Euston to Milton Keynes stretch. These old catch pits. I've not noticed them on the other route. So I'll have to have a look at that route and see if they actually are there as well. Because that'll be a nice little Easter egg there. And let's get this Pendo stopped. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Right, put the DRA on that one, as this service is done. To be fair, we were opening up the doors for absolutely nobody getting off, so not too worried. And there we go. So we did get reduced 97.5 AP for overspeeding. We did get a stop accuracy of 1.16 yards. We drove 32.77 miles and it took us 23 minutes and 12 seconds. We did get a platinum medal and a grand total of 9,127 AP. Fantastic. Okay, so that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far, please do make sure to comment down below what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Leave a like and I will see you all in the next video. But until then, see you all later.